Hello, my Avanti community and my YouTube new neighbors and friends. Guess who went to Costco and got some beautiful roses to celebrate my yesterday? I went to Costco and I saw these and I thought, I'm going to buy myself some beautiful roses. The yellow is for the yellow rose of Texas, and the red ones are for my YouTube red celebration. So I thought I would share these beautiful things with you and let you know that I always recommend highlighting and celebrating the journey and the small wins and the things that make you feel good. I highly encourage you to take action and do things that make you feel good. And I never buy myself roses. And it was a huge milestone that I reached yesterday. So I bought myself some roses to celebrate. Plus, Colette is coming over from our community. She lives in my city, and I invited her over on Sunday. So I thought, oh, it'd be nice to have some flowers when I have a guest come over for some tea. So I want to welcome you all. It's 12:30. I know you're wondering, where is she? Y'all, this is day 89. Day 89 of jumping consistently on this little rebounder for 89 days. And I slept until like 9, I think, 8:30. No, I think I woke up around 8:30. And then I laid in bed and I responded to all of the YouTube comments from the night while I laid in bed. I didn't even get out of bed until 10:30. And that ended up being because a friend of mine and I talked on the phone, and I decided I'm going to get up and have coffee and talk with her because we haven't connected in a while. And it's so good to just be present in your relationships, because ultimately, even though I had this responsibility to myself to rebound, I knew that I could do it later. I could do rebounding later. I could get both my 10 minutes in and my booster bounce in today because I had the space. But in the moment when my friend was calling me, I knew that it was better for me to just enjoy the opportunity to connect with a loved one. And she's actually a friend I've been friends with since 1996. And so we rarely get a chance to really catch up because she's busy with her family. And so we caught up and shared some moments. She shared some challenges with me, and I shared with her some of my joys and excitements. And we had a lovely time talking. Then Joy finally woke up like at 11:30 a.m. She slept in like a little princess. And then we walked her. And then we came home and we set up the lights and we set up the camera and we set up the tripod. And now we're going to get after it to the commitment I have for myself. But before I do, there's two things I want to tell y'all. One is, don't forget to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I need to do that, okay? So I'm reminding myself. And I'm sharing it with y'all. Oh, these live videos. Anything can happen. So I want to share with y'all that I am reading passages out of this book, the self-care book. So the little book of self-care, 200 ways to refresh, restore, and rejuvenate. And you know what? My friend gave it to me a while back as a birthday present, and I never read it. So I'm reading it fresh with y'all when I do the videos. So each day or every other day, I take one of the tips and I make a little video. So if y'all need to come back and see what are some of the ways that you can do self-care, you'll just have one little short video that you can learn about a new idea and a new tip to take care of yourself even more. It does separate it by mind, body, and spirit, which I love. So it says, reconnect with your spirit, body, mind. Self-care is an essential part of wellness, of Auntie Wellness, from self-massage to meditations to decluttering. The little book of self-care provides relaxation exercises to help you focus on your own personal needs in an enjoyable way, including designing a goal board, taking a mental health day, writing a thank you letter to your parents or a friend or a loved one, reciting a mantra, making your own sugar body scrub, keeping a dream journal. Ooh, y'all know these videos are partly my dream journal. The 200 accessible activities found in the beautiful, inspiring book allow you to reconnect with yourself and your surroundings, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to face the world again. It says again, as if you're not already facing the world. So we all know we're facing the world, but maybe this is inspiration to help you face it even stronger and better. Okay? So I'm ready. I don't know about y'all. Hi, Ginger. Greetings. Glad you reached the milestone and celebrating. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yes, and Ginger, thank you for checking in on me. I'm just a little behind today. And you know what? It's day 89. I can be behind for the first time ever. So what a great accomplishment to have been able to do 89 days of videos and rebounding. And you know what? It's showing in my body. Even the shirt is a little bit looser here. So my arms are getting smaller, my butt's getting smaller, all of it is shrinking. And I'm being patient with myself because I'm not really doing anything extravagant. I'm just doing a light little bounce on this thing. The only thing that's extravagant is my consistency. So that's what I want to impart on y'all. Consistency is what is making my difference. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just doing a light little health bounce. Very easy bounce for anyone who has mobility challenges. This should not be as big of an issue as even walking. So if you have real mobility challenges where you can't even stand up, do the chair. And I'm going to demonstrate that chair right there. I'm going to demonstrate that at the end. Okay. So let me get my bounce on and I'll get done with that. And let's see what we got going on today. Day 89. You know what that means? Think about it. I'm gonna quiz you. Alexa, give me a 1 minute timer. 1 minute. Alexa, give me a second timer for 5 minutes. Alexa, give me a second timer for 5 minutes. Second timer, 5 minutes. 7 minutes. I can tell that my rebounder is, having some wear and tear now that I'm giving it 89 days of health bounce. So I've actually broke a spring or two while I've done live videos, but because my rebounder has 2 springs per each connection to the mat, even when one pops, it doesn't fall apart. So that's good. It's like a safety feature and it's really nice. So I don't have to worry about it popping. So anyway, when you're shopping for rebounders, make sure the steel that's holding to the springs and the steel in the springs is very strong, thick steel, because those, Alexa, stop. There's your 1 minute timer for anyone who just wanted to activate their lymphatic system. Because the springs that are small and they have just a straight line, those are not as tough. And so I have a feeling it's not going to be as efficient. You're not going to get your money's worth. But they also said that the springs that are not graduated, they're just straight across, they don't absorb the shock for your knees and your back the way that the graduated springs do. Okay, so these are graduated springs. That's all about that. But I was going to tell y'all something. What was I saying that I was going to share with y'all? Let me think. When I was getting on here, let me think. What was I talking about? I wish y'all could talk back to me. And even though you could chat it back to me, I can't see the chat. So let me think about what I was trying to say or what I was going to say. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, see, thank goodness. I got oxygen to my brain. I remember where my track was. I'm back on track. So I said I was going to quiz y'all to see what y'all know about why day 89 could be significant. It's kind of a trick question. So here's the answer. Day 89 is one day before day 90. And every 10 days, I make a pink progress dress bounce video. So clearly going from 10 days before, there's not going to be a dramatic experience, but I'm doing the progress dress bounces every 10 days on purpose so that we can just track over time, like what if there's a dramatic change between day 80 and day 90? Wouldn't it be fun to see it physically in a piece of clothing where you can really see every curve that's being outlined in that dress? And, you know, I have these hips right here, these love handles, and those really show in the dress. My back fat really shows in that dress, so you can see my butt really shows in that dress. And the last time I tried it on day 80, I noticed that the hips right here were not as tight underneath there's like a slip underneath that dress that is a liner dress, a liner slip for the see-through pink sheer material, lightweight material. And so that was fitting looser than the last time, which was day 70. So maybe I will have some change. I can tell y'all when I put it on, but I did wash it for the second time. Maybe it was even the first time. So I don't know if washing it would have changed anything, but we're going to find out. I didn't dry it. I hung dry it. So I didn't put it in a dryer. I know that's not good. So we'll see what happens with the pink dress tomorrow on day 90. Woohoo! Oh, and if anyone wants to join me in a bounce on screen live, email me and tell me that you'll join me. And I'll send you my jumping link and you can join me live tomorrow. It's not an official group bounce. Those only happen the first Saturday of every month. So February, the first Saturday in February is going to be the second time that we have, well, it's really the third time we're having a group bounce, but it's the first Saturday of the month. Okay, there's my 5-minute timer. So my workout is halfway over. Alexa, give me 5 more minutes. All right, so I'm going to turn and I'm going to march. I'm marching with a little bit more of a bounce. I wanted to tell y'all, if y'all watched the video yesterday, I said that my legs feel stronger than ever before, at a level that I've never really ever noticed, even when I was younger. Because even when I was younger, I don't think I was building the kind of muscle that I'm building now. So I'm having new experiences at 55 years old than I even did when I was 25, okay? Because I was never a bodybuilder or anything like that. But I also want to tell y'all that when my muscles are getting more developed, I'm noticing that it's weird, y'all, that even though muscle weighs more than fat, I have to tell you that my legs feel lighter. I don't understand it. You know, it's just a weird phenomenon because I guess the water in your legs, when we call that fat, when your legs are fat and full of fluid, they're like such a drag. They're heavy. You got to move them around and lug them around like you're lugging a luggage behind you when you're going through an airport. Your legs just feel heavy. Well, something weird is happening. Like now that my legs are getting more firm, I think it's because the muscles are doing all the weight. And so because my muscles are activating and carrying my big body now, my legs feel lighter. Is that not the weirdest phenomenon? I only experienced that yesterday on day 88. So it's it's such a neat experience to be really in touch with what your body's doing and how it's changing. And the fact that I'm doing it so slowly in this really slow process with my rebounder, I'm able to be really in tune with everything, all the feelings. And I'm going to tell y'all another feeling that I've been noticing, okay? So I have heard that rebounding, because it activates at the cellular level, it's basically like supercharging all the cells. And Barbara O'Neill says there's 100 trillion cells in your body. Somebody else said 75 trillion. So regardless, there's a lot of trillion cells in the body. Let's just agree there's trillions, okay? So with all those trillions of cells, I feel like rebounding turns them on, supercharges them, and then they're all popping like jumping beans inside my body. And I can feel that. Like when I'm laying down at night, I can feel my cells moving around and building in my shoulders and building in my arms. It's the weirdest phenomenon, y'all. I am not making it up. I'm just sharing with y'all how much I can feel. Now, I am considered like an HSP, which is the definition for a highly sensitive person. So, hey, maybe that has something to do with it. My sensory perception is very heightened. Maybe that's why I can feel it, but I've never felt it before. So, I'm attributing the new feeling and the new sensation with the rebounding. So, and the fact that this is a cellular workout is, I think, part of why my cells are waking up. So I can tell that my body wants that alarm to go off right now. So let's see how close I am to knowing that that alarm is supposed to go off in 3, 2, 1. It hasn't gone off yet. How about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, sometimes what we want in life doesn't happen the way we want it to, just like that, okay? I want that buzzer to go off. Oh, there it is. Woo, there it is. I'm hearing it. Can y'all hear that? Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, volume 10. Okay, it's not going up. I wanted y'all to hear it. Alexa, stop. Woo, okay. Life doesn't always happen. There's the lesson. Life doesn't always happen on your timing. Sometimes it happens when it's supposed to. That's a good analogy for me wanting that buzzer to go off and it wasn't ready to go off. So what's the answer? Patience. Patience is the answer. Who's our best friend? Our best friend is patience. Why? Because it's going to cause us much more peace and harmony, serenity and joy in our lives. We can make patience our best friend, okay? So here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Blast off! Blast off! Woo! Woo! Blast off! Woo! Woo! I am worked out. Woo! Woo! Don't let that dizzy head get you crazy. Woo! All right. I stored my chair right here today to make it easy. But when I store it there, I can't move my rebounder there. Hi, Lemonless Lindy. I saw your comment about coming from Australia to Austin. That's awesome. I'm about 2 hours away from Austin by car. Woo! All right, let me get my bounce on here. Woohoo! Yee! Do it till you're winded. That's what I'm doing. All right. Woo! Whoa! I am, I don't know if it's because it's later. It also might be because I already drank my coffee and I don't normally drink my coffee before I do my workout. So I feel elevated. Sheila, you got it. You got the answer. Oh my God, Sheila. I don't know if you wrote that before I said it, but you probably got it. Sheila, I love you. You're so cute. Paying attention to everything. That makes me feel so good. Thank you, Sheila. I bet you even said that before I said it, right? I bet you did. Oh, yeah. Caught you live. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Good morning, Lemonless Lindy. Woohoo. Lindy, did you get your rebounder? Sheila, look at you paying attention. Yes, I will be starting this morning. So excited. Wow, awesome, Lindy. That's so good. You'll have to check back, Lindy, and tell us how it feels and how you're doing. Y'all, I was talking to somebody actually this morning, my friend, and I was thinking about how a lot of us are saying, like, I can't even imagine like not having my rebounder with me anymore. Not anymore, but like when you go on vacation and stuff like that, because it feels so good to rebound. So, having awesome, Sheila. I'm so glad. Heading to my cellulizer right now. Hi, Sarah. Yay. Yes. So I was just talking about how having the rebounder and, having the community and just everybody kind of being on board with having a active role in their own life about change and health and everything. It feels so good, doesn't it? It feels like, right. We've all come to this time, space moment in our lives together, and we're creating this community of positive minded people who want to make change in their lives, and we want that for ourselves. So I'm grateful to have y'all today on Friday. I'm grateful to have y'all engage and enjoy the journey with me. So thank you guys. It's lovely. So yeah, I am getting excited about the weekend. I keep talking about like selling things and downsizing. I sold a lamp. This is fun. Talk about prosperity, y'all. I don't know if I told the story yet, but prosperity can come in so many ways, and you've got to just celebrate the little ones too, because when you put the energy into gratitude towards the little ones, like even finding a penny or a dime on the ground and you think, oh, that's nothing, I'm not going to pick that up. What Wayne Dyer used to say is he would reach down and pick it up and he would have gratitude. And he would say, thank you for showing me this sign of my future prosperity. It's not about the one penny that you find. It's the penny is a representation and a reminder that more abundance is coming your way. So you can use that as a symbol for your abundance, that it comes easily and effortlessly, and you don't even know where it's going to come from sometimes. So just be grateful. Use the token of finding the good thing that happens, as even if it's small, as an opportunity to be grateful for it. Okay. So here's the story, if I haven't told y'all already. So I've had a lamp that I bought. I bought a lamp in 2021 online at a Facebook marketplace purchase. Okay. So I was heading to this lady's house in 2021 for this glass lamp. And then she had another lamp that was not glass. It was just like some curly, scrolly thing going on that was like kind of hollow. And she goes, I think the first lamp was $10, or maybe I think it was 15. The first glass lamp was 15, which was, I thought it was a little nightstand lamp for my bedroom, my guest room. It ended up being like a full size, living room lamp, like on an end table lamp, between my couch and my recliner. And so that was, $15. And she goes, well, if you want this other one, I'll sell you both for 20. And I was like, okay. And I mean, it was a full on, so I mean, the lampshade itself was worth probably $60, if you sold the lampshade, or you try to go buy a lampshade from a lampshade store, they can be expensive. Okay. So I just bought them and I thought, if I don't want it and I don't find a place for it, I'll just turn around and resell it on Marketplace, because I sell things there that I don't need. So I ended up using the lamp to 2024. Okay. But now that I'm downsizing, I'm trying to get rid of things that don't. Well, after my mom died, I got like some of her lamps, and some of her lamps are lamps from my 1970s childhood memory, like vintage cool stuff. And so I'm letting go of these $10, $15 purchase lamps that have nothing significant about them, and just passing them on. So this week, I've had it online for 5 months. My mom passed away 8 months ago. So I've had it, or whenever May is. And so I have had this lamp on for at least 5 months and no inquiries. I think one inquiry. And then this lady asked me like 3 days ago, you still have this lamp? And I'm like, yes. And it had, I think I started at $35 for the lamp. And I said the shade itself is worth, $60. Nobody bought it. I marked it down to $20 on Marketplace just to sell it. Nobody bought it. Nobody was interested in the lamp for even $20. And I was like, okay, $15. And so then this lady asked me if the lamp was available. I said yes. I told her to bring exact change, or she could pay Venmo or Zelle after I only do that, for those of you who don't know how to screen that. People ask you for your Venmo, don't give it to them, because they're looking for your cell number. And it's not just so they can put you on a spam list. They can do a lot more. They can change your Facebook password and stuff with your cell. So don't give out your cell to strangers that you don't physically see. So the only time I ever take a Zelle or a Venmo payment is once they've come to buy the product and looking at, they have to inspect it. They have to agree that it's okay. They want to purchase it. And then they can Zelle me or, Venmo me right there in the garage or whatever. So basically, this lady says, hey, I have a 20. I've already gone to 3 places. No one will give me change. So I don't know if that was the truth. That sounds hard to realize. But she's like, I wish went to McDonald's and they wouldn't give me change for my 20. And I was like, okay. And she goes, so I'm just going to give you the 20. And I go, well, I'll take it, because that's the original price, that it was marked down from $20. And she goes, yeah, I saw that. And she's like, no, I'm just happy. She goes, my cat broke my glass lamp, knocked it over, running through the house. And she says, I need a lamp that if it tumps over from my cat, it's not going to break. She's like, this is perfect. And she goes, we're doing all bronze in our living room, so this will match perfect. And so she was happy. I was happy. And I got $5 more than I had asked for that lamp. And so I just say thank you for having my prosperity come in very unusual ways. And so I just want to remind y'all, if anyone's out there wishing that they could make or have more money, just have like positive expectation. Even if you're looking for a job or you want to get paid more, just when you know your value and then you can communicate your value in a persuasive way that they believe you and agree with it, then you can get pretty much what you want. The problem is if you're going after a job where it's not revenue producing or they don't even have it in their employment budget for that kind of pay for that kind of job, then that's where it can be a little tricky. But if you know that it's a range, sometimes I'll see ranges that span like $30,000 difference. And I'm like, I want that higher end of that range. So I got to think about how I'm going to convince the interviewer that I'm going to provide that much in value to the company. So anyway, I'm kind of thinking like this because I'm probably going to have to finally go actually get a job. And, that's just life. And I got to think about sharpening my own interview skills. It's been so long. I've been an entrepreneur for 18, 19 years now, whatever, since 07. How long is that? That's like 17 years, right? Because we're 3 years away from 2027. So, is that right? Yeah. So, is that right? Wait, hold on. 27 to 07. That's 20 years, right? So, I need to, I want to tell y'all, when I was a marketing consultant, there was a lot of freedom. It was great, because I had to do a lot of things digitally, so I could do them from my home as long as I had a laptop. A lot of my clients didn't even have like an office space for me to go to anyway. So they were fine. As long as I got the job done, they didn't care. So, but I will tell you, I could never, ever, hardly ever take a vacation because the people at the company didn't do what I did. So they couldn't take over my role for a week for me to take a break. So it's really hard. Like I went a lot of years without really having an unplugged vacation. Now, what I would do is I would go somewhere and be plugged in. I would have it. I'd make sure I had internet. I had to carry my laptop to the vacation spot, make sure I had Wi-Fi, whatever I did. And then at night, I'd have to check in and read my emails and respond to people. So I was still working. So like in that 15 years, I hardly ever had an unplugged, complete day off, So there are pros and cons to entrepreneurship. If you have a big team and somebody can take over for you so you can have a break, that's a blessing. I didn't have that situation because I was just an individual, like where people would just contract me to do work at their company in a role that they didn't have anyone in the company to do. And so that made me not be able to ever have a break. So I'm just letting y'all know there's pros and cons to everything. So, all right. When is the next community Zoom meeting? Sunday night, but I don't know if that works with your schedule, Lindy. We do them at night. We do them at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. So I don't know if that's going to work, Lindy. In the future, I'll talk to the Sunday nighters and ask if y'all ever want to do it on a like Saturday morning or something like at this time. Lindy, sometimes you're up when I'm doing like a 9:30 or a 10. Would like a 10 a.m. work for you, Lindy, being in Australia? Can Australia meet us on Zoom at a 10 a.m. meeting? Maybe we can do a 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Let me ask the group if that is something that they would be okay with. The problem is some people like to, hi Sierra, some people like to, have they don't want to wake up early on a Saturday because their day off. They also don't want to have anything scheduled, or maybe they want to go to the farmer's market. And that's usually on a Saturday morning. So, and then church is on Sunday. So people go to church and they would have to miss it because of church. So we're really just trying to find a good time for something like that. So right now I just picked Sunday evening because it's like a wind down time. And we ended up going for 2 hours, 1.5 hours last week. And oh God, by the way, guys, anyone who is reading the Cellular Wellness Solution, remember, we're going to talk about that this Sunday. So anybody who's got that book, do a little reading, I'm going to probably read chapter 2 before the meeting. So I'll talk about chapter 1 and 2, go back and look at the highlights and see what to bring up in conversation. She said it's 6 a.m. now. I am useless at working out time zones. I am flexible with my time. Okay, well, I don't want you to be up in the middle of the night. Hold on, 6 a.m. now. So that's weird. So you're only, okay, so it's 1. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So are you really 7 hours? I know you're ahead of us because you're 6 a.m. and tomorrow morning for us, but is it really 7 hours in the rears for us? Because it's 1 right now. So is that right? I always thought you were, but you're 13 hours ahead, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I don't know either. Does anybody know? Y'all, I decided I want to sell. I'm like I haven't wanted to sell my treadmill because I thought it was going to help me stay fit one day because I spent a lot of money on it. And now I'm ready to sell it. Yeah, it's too hard. Now I'm ready to sell it, but I don't want to sell it until, because I like having this arm. Now I like the arm for my rebounder because my rebounder doesn't have an arm. And I guess I could probably call Needak and see if I could buy a bar, but I don't even know if it would be as strong as this arm. So I'm definitely probably not going to sell this until closer to the time I move. But I have moved this thing 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it's got wheels and it's a heavy duty one. I mean, it's like when you run on that, it can handle you. It's big. It's strong. It's like major. It's one level from like the kind at the gym. It's a Proform, and this right here moves up and down depending on where you want to put your laptop right here. So anyway, I really think that the pounding that I'm doing now after my jumping is activating my legs more. So I recommend for those of you like me who have a lot of weight inside your leg area, because sometimes people have that shape where their legs are real skinny, but they're just like apple shape. I have a lot of weight in my thighs, and I really think that me concentrating my pressing down and pumping in this, lower below my hip area, I think it's really good for my legs. I'm just telling y'all, try it out. Go to a thrift store or, spend the money and buy a stable bar stool. Like, it's countertop, by the way. This is a countertop size. This is not a full high bar stool. And I'm 5'5" height. So this works perfect for my 5'5" frame. So as far as size, and like right now my legs are starting to hurt. So I'm probably gonna stop here soon. They're like starting to burn. Okay, I thought my rebounder so I could use my treadmill as a bar. LOL. That's funny. Exactly. That's so true. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to spread out. My legs are burning. Burning, I'm burning for you. Everything's getting like loose. You know when y'all, you know when you start, Lindy, you probably had this experience. When you start losing weight and you have a bigger body, things start getting softer instead of tight. You know, like I was kind of tight. I was tight fat. Now that I'm releasing all this fluid in my body, everything's getting soft, you know. And I think that's why rebounding is important, because at the cellular level, I think it's able to make skin cells and stuff. So I'm not going to have as much loose skin, I'm hoping for. I know I'm going to have some loose skin because it's inevitable at the size that I was, but and the age that I am. But I think rebounding is going to be the best thing for it. So anyway, man, I'm working up an appetite. It's 1:00. I haven't eaten anything today. I drank my pickle juice. I'm like halfway through my bottle, so that'll be over soon. And I ate my spirulina, which is the algae tablets. I had like 9 little tablets. And what else did I do? I drank 2 cups of coffee. So now my gut's kind of like, you need some food. So I think I'm going to make lunch. And I bought at Costco this Irish stew. It's like has beef and carrots and I think some potatoes. And I'm going to pour it over a bed of spinach. So to get the greens in there. And I'm going to I bought a big old bucket of spinach, fresh baby spinach. I'm going to just put tons of spinach in my stew for that. You know, spinach has protein in it, by the way. It's a high content of protein. So I know you carnivores don't eat those things, but I do. I like the balance of it. So, oh my God, loose skin is a nightmare, but it's better than having the weight on. Yes, I know. And Lindy, please report back. I want to see if maybe when you get your rebounder going, does it somehow help you make new cells for your loose skin? And then maybe it's going to replace strong skin cells and get rid of the loosey, saggy ones. And by the way, don't forget your nutrition. I know you're doing really well with your nutrition. Having good, healthy nutrition can give your body the cells. That's why we're reading this book, Cellular Wellness, because we're learning what the cells actually need. And if you could provide your body with the cells best environment, then you're giving your cells the best rate of health and quality of life. So let's go take care of our 75 trillion cells today, okay? Taking care of the cells. So I can tell my arm is getting smaller, even though it's fat, still it's smaller fat. So look at that. Boom, boom. Wouldn't that be nice? Boom, boom. Let's get rid of that. Hopefully I will by the summertime and when I'm in my bathing suit. All right, guys, I'm ready to say, you know what? In a little bit, I'll be on here for my 5-minute booster bounce, probably around like 4:00. So I'm going to go have a nice afternoon lunch. And thank you for bouncing with me and hanging out. So see you all very soon. See you soon for the 5-minute bounce. Bye. It was fun. Enjoyed it. Bye.